Welcome, welcome, welcome to another night of Thursday Night Live Trivia. I'm your host with the most, Joseph Hoffman. And guys, I am so excited to see you and play trivia with you on another wonderful Thursday night. I see a lot of you here. Hey Zane, hey Nina, hey Seth, hey Hunter, hey Lizzie. Thank you guys so much for joining me and my dear friend Oslo tonight. Our theme tonight is all about books. I grew up reading books. I was a super huge nerd. If you know what AR reading is, I took a ton of those AR tests as a kid. I love fiction. I love nonfiction now as an adult. There's so many things. And if a lot of you who know me, I love comic books. Let me know in the comments what some of your favorite books or series are as we're waiting for people to join us. If you have never joined us before, we are playing trivia tonight with Flatirons Students at myquiz.org. Be sure to sign up over there either on a separate device or another tab. And your quiz code for tonight is 482908. And we will get started soon. Again, in the comments, let me know what some of your favorite books or series are. I'm so excited. Seth already says Harry Potter. I absolutely love Harry Potter. Garth Nix's Keys to the Kingdom is one of my favorites. I love young adult fiction. I'm a huge Captain Underpants fan. You'll see we have a lot of questions with different books in them. And I do have an announcement. We have tonight's trivia, which is all about book themes, and next week's trivia will be the last trivia for the summer. So we have 2 more weeks to spend together, 2 more gift cards to Starbucks to give away for the winners. And next week will be all about sports and everything else. So I am so excited to join and hang out with you all tonight. Seth says Percy Jackson. I love Percy Jackson. There'll be a few questions of that tonight. I'm reading the other ones. HB all the way for sure. Let me know. Let's see. Most of you who have been here before, I am part of the Gryffindor house in Harry Potter. I absolutely love Percy Jackson. Another old fan favorite is Chronicles of Narnia. I absolutely love those. Hey, Kaiser, welcome. We will give it 1 more minute, we'll give it 2 more minutes, and then we will jump straight into tonight's trivia. Again, if you are joining us for the very first time, thank you so much for joining. This is Flatirons Students Thursday Night Live Trivia, where we play trivia, and you can win a Starbucks gift card. That way you can hang out and be caffeinated during the summer. Guys, we are almost done with summer. Isn't that crazy? Next week is the last week of July, but I'm really excited because sports are getting started back up. I was in the pool yesterday, and I got torched. Who in here has had at least one sunburn so far this summer? I did not listen to the directions and jump back in the water without waiting the proper time. So, sun safety, be sure to make sure to put sunscreen on and be safe. Okay, so again, if you were joining, we'll give it 1 more minute before we start our quiz. Please go on to myquiz.org, sign in with the quiz code 482908. Let me know who is feeling lucky, who thinks that they are going to win tonight. We have a couple of former champions. We have Nina, we have Hunter, we have Seth has not won yet, but Zayden Riley has won. We have a couple of people who thinks that they're going to repeat tonight. Who's feeling lucky? Who loves to read books? Somehow, Hunter, I don't think this night is for you, but I could be wrong. One of my favorite pastimes is giving people a hard time and burn. So, we are going to get ready to begin. I will give you 30 more seconds. So if you're just jumping on, be sure to sign up at myquiz.org. Quiz code is 482908. I will give us 10 more seconds and we will get started. All right. And away we go into the book world with question number 1. Once it loads. Okay. The recent book, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, belongs to which famous book franchise? Is it Twilight, Maze Runner, Divergent, or The Hunger Games? Which of these monster franchises did The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes belong to? And again, I forgot the spiel. You get points for answering correctly, and the quicker you answer, the more points you get. The correct answer is The Hunger Games. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes follows President Snow as he was younger. My wife just finished the book. My dad, that was his Father's Day gift because he absolutely loves The Hunger Games. So, question number 2, how many factions are there in the Divergent book series? Is it 4, 3 factions, 5 factions, or 6 factions? Let me know, how many factions do you think are in the Divergent series? Wannabe Hoffman is number 1 on the leaderboard, followed by Not Genesis. The names are hilarious tonight. If you guessed 5, you guessed correctly. Only 27% of you got that right. But if you guessed 5, give yourself a pat on the back. You are in the faction that is currently on the leaderboard. Wannabe Hoffman is number 1. Seth Morhole is second at 13. And Trista Welcome is third with 8 points as we go into question 3. In Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, how did Grandpa Portman tell Jacob about the peculiar kids he lived with? A, he had pictures of them. B, he showed diary entries about them. C, he never talked about them. Or D, he would sketch pictures of them. How did Grandpa Portman tell Jacob about the kids? If you guessed A, you are right. He had pictures. A lot of times they are super creepy pictures if you've read the books of all of the kids he stayed with at Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. Let me know in the chat if you could pick a peculiarity, which one of these would it be? And Hunter, you misclicked. I'm so sorry. Maybe you can make it up on question number 4. True or false? Percy goes to Camp Half-Breed for the summer. It is a camp made specially for children of the gods and humans. Read this carefully. Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Percy goes to Camp Half-Breed for the summer. It is a camp made specially for the children of the gods and humans. True or false? Let me know. Ooh, that is a brutal question. I gotcha. The correct answer is false because Percy goes to Camp Half-Blood. Half-breed is not a proper term for a child of a god and a human. The acceptable answers are half-blood or demigod. So, sorry about that. Great job to those that caught it. Question number 5. Which Olympian god claimed Percy as his or her child? Is it Athena, Zeus, Poseidon, or Hades? Which Olympian god claimed Percy as his or her child? Excuse me. If you guessed Poseidon, the god of the sea, you are rolling in points because you were correct. Zeus was second in the votes, and Athena, but no, Poseidon is the god of the sea, the trident, and everything that is in there. It is a fantastic series if you've not seen it. I will say the movie, not so much, but the books are great. Number 6. What happens to Edward Cullen's skin in the sunlight in the Twilight series? A, he transforms into a wolf. B, it burns him. C, it sparkles. Or D, his skin starts to disappear. What happens to Edward Cullen's skin in the sunlight? Which, a good topic is, well, I'll answer the question. The correct answer is it sparkles. Edward Cullen, unlike most vampires in literary history, who disintegrate in the sun, Edward shines like a disco ball. So if you're around him, you can dance and have a fantastic time. Let me know in the comments if you like movies based from books or just the books themselves more. So we go to question number 7. Jacob explains that the blank are traditional enemies of tribal werewolves. Is it the Hellhounds, the Cold Ones, Kamazats, or Drake? Not the rapper. Jacob explains that the blank are traditional enemies of tribal werewolves in Twilight. Which one of these are their enemies? If you guess the Cold Ones, aka vampires, you are correct. Hellhounds are not traditional enemies of the tribal werewolves, although they are terrifying. Let's check out the leaderboards. Wannabe Hoffman with 34 points is first. Taylor H. second with 22. Seth and E. Peterson are tied at third for 20 points. As we go into question number 8. In Tuck Everlasting, what happens if someone drinks from the spring? A, they will stop aging and can't die. B, they will become rich. C, they will be granted a wish. Or D, they will gain all the knowledge in the world. What happens in Tuck Everlasting when someone drinks water from the spring? If you guessed A, you are correct. That is another brutal question. A, they will stop aging and can't die, which I don't know about you, but that would be fun probably for the first 100 years, and then I would get bored, which I think is what happens to Tuck in Tuck Everlasting. But great job. Wannabe Hoppin' is still number 1 as we go into question number 9 in the book Wonder. What makes Augie so different from others? Is it he has a skin condition that is contagious? He was born with a facial deformity? He was born with extreme intelligence just like me? Or he has a learning disability? The correct answer is B. He was born with a facial deformity. And don't worry, I was not born with extreme intelligence, although sometimes I would like to think so. And yes, please answer Lizzie's question. What are you reading right now? I would love to know. Anyway, question number 10. We have 5 left. Who thinks they're going to win for tonight? Good old Harry Potter question. To which of the following locations is a Hogwarts letter not addressed to Harry in the Sorcerer's Stone? Is it the hut on the rock, the cupboard under the stairs, the smallest bedroom, or the high top downs? Which of these locations was a Hogwarts letter not addressed to Harry? The correct answer is D, the high top downs. Most of you knew that. Good job. I'll tell you, those carriers at Hogwarts, they know how to find you. And Harry always had a great adventure with his dear friend Hagrid. What house would you want to be in if you were at Hogwarts? Question number 11, all about Chronicles of Narnia. Who is the first creature that Lucy meets in Narnia? Is it the White Witch, the Satyr Jinnah, the Wolf Malgrim, or the Fawn Tumnus? Who is the first creature that Lucy meets in Narnia? Which I'll tell you what, I would love to travel to Narnia right now. It would be a fun, fun time. The correct answer is dear old Mr. Tumnus. They hang out, have a good time, play some games, eat some delicious food. The White Witch is the first person that Edmund runs into, if you'll remember. Let me know. Are you a fan of the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe? I absolutely love C.S. Lewis. He's one of my favorite authors for both fiction and nonfiction. As we go into question number 12. What marks the border between Narnia and the outside world? Now, be very careful of this. An oak tree in a pine grove, a lamppost, a wardrobe, or the stone table? What marks the border between Narnia and the outside world? I have a feeling this is going to be a very brutal question because the correct answer is a lamppost. That was super mean of me to put a wardrobe as one of the answers. I'm sorry. The wardrobe is the portal to Narnia, but it doesn't mark the border. Once you're in Narnia, the lamppost lets you know where you're at. Sorry about that. That was a brutal question. I'll be nicer next. Question number 13. In The Great Gatsby, where is Gatsby's mansion located? Is it East Egg, Brooklyn, West Egg, or the Hamptons? Where does the uber-rich Great Gatsby live and throw all of his miraculous parties? I don't know about you, but I would love to live in Great Gatsby's world as long as I could be one of the super famous people. You guys got that right. The West Egg is a fictional part of New York where the Great Gatsby and so many other rich people live on Long Island. West Egg. Brooklyn is not correct. Great job, guys. Let's check the leaderboard. Marissa is number 1 with 47 points. Daphne is second with 36, and Zane Riley third with 35. As we go to 2 questions left. In The Hunger Games, what is considered Katniss Everdeen's greatest strength? Is it archery, stealth, the javelin, or strength? What is Katniss Everdeen's greatest strength when it comes to fighting in The Hunger Games? The correct answer is A, archery. Your favorite archer and mine, Katniss Everdeen, can hit anything that she's willing to. She is pretty stealthy, and I can't remember. I think it's Finn, who is really good at the javelin, and thankfully no one guessed strength. Man, guys, this is our last question. Marissa is in the lead. Do you think you can win? Let's see. What are the names of the 2 students who created the wonderful Captain Underpants? Is it Jeff and Brian, Harry and Ron, George and Harold, or Dennis and Walter? What are the names of the 2 students who created your favorite superhero and mine, Captain Underpants? It is C, George and Harold. They create Captain Underpants by duping their principal with a 3D ring, and tra-la-la-la, he becomes the invincible Captain Underpants. And oh my goodness, that was a very close race. Marissa wins with 52 points. Daphne is close second with 50. And Zane Riley is third with 45, with Zane Weingartner and Not Genesis and Amelia all tied for fourth with 40 points. Guys, awesome job. I am so glad to hang out with you on Thursday nights. It's one of my highlights of the week. It's just a good time to hang out, play some trivia. So this is what I need you to do. Marissa, if you will email me at joseph_Hoffman@flatironschurch.com, I will be sure to send you a Starbucks gift card. And we have a couple of announcements. Again, like I mentioned before, next Thursday is our last trivia night of the summer to mark the end of July. So be sure to tell all your friends. Go ahead and join in, and we will have a bigger prize than normal. It'll be a lot about sports, since sports is finally back, and I absolutely love it. Otherwise, for middle school, we are meeting at Lamondos Park in Lafayette this Sunday at 10:30. We'll have plenty of games and leaders to hang out with. And if you're in high school, be sure to check with your leaders on where you're meeting on next Tuesday night, as we still hang out in the summer months. And chill. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'm glad that we got to spend time with books. I love you. Have a wonderful, wonderful week. Thanks and good night. How do I finish? Oh, Grandpa Joe over here just ended